People come from all walks of life. They all have lives they lead. Any and all are welcome here to come and chat with me.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to the show. Today's guest is another Facebook friend who I'm seeing live for the first time, which is always cool. I don't know a lot about him except that he is in a band and he's self-employed. And according to his Facebook page, he loves that. So it's time to get to know a little bit more about Duncan Mattila. Hi, Duncan.
Hello.
First of all, did I pronounce your name correctly?
Yeah, really close.
What?
My name is Duncan it's Mattila or Mattila. It's whatever.
Oh,
whatever
okay.
works for you.
So
Yeah.
tell me about what your business is that you love it so much.
Okay, I'm a subcontractor. I do renovations for a local company here in Chilliwack.
Okay.
Chris Garden Home Improvements. So we do all kinds of things, build little apartments and houses and do finishing and stuff like that.
How long have you been doing that?
A couple of years. Yeah. Previous to that, I worked for a company where I did home inspections and stuff like that. Yeah.
Oh, now that would be an interesting job, I think, home inspections.
Yeah, I worked more with the gas and the carbon monoxide and stuff like that. Yeah.
Right. Now, I know you're married, correct?
Correct. She was sitting beside me. She just left the room.
She's allowed to peek in if she wants to,
Yeah, I don't know. Well, we'll see. I might be able to sneak her in here. I got my dog sitting here beside me. His ears are right up. He doesn't know who I'm talking to or anything. It's kind of cute. Show you. There's my dog.
Oh, nice looking dog.
My boy. That's King.
Now, I know you're in a band, and which means usually band practice. So I'm wondering, how do you balance everything?
Well, I'm actually in two bands. I'm in one. What we try to do is, instead of rehearsing every week, one band will rehearse 1 week and the other band will rehearse the other week.
Okay.
Yeah. So I just want to have one rehearsal a week right now. And sometimes we'll crunch in two in a week if we have to.
Right.
But right now, with everything being closed down, we don't do it as often.
Oh,
just,
okay.
Yeah.
But okay, just before everything was closed down, like I know being self-employed usually means a lot of hours that you put in, right?
Correct.
And then, sorry. And then then there's your band, and then there's your family life. That takes a lot of balancing act, I would think.
Correct.
So how do you do that?
Well, first of all, I always try to work things around the wife first. I do my job, she works, and then I always make sure that, I have a set day in the evenings. Every Tuesday night, I have a practice. So after that, then the rest of the week all belongs to my wife, and we just choose to do what we want to do when we want to do it together or alone. Or
right.
It's pretty easy. It's we're not really that much of a go-getting couple where we're always doing stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and it sounds to me from what you're saying that you're very supportive of each other, right?
Correct. Absolutely.
I love that. I love that.
Yeah, I got a really good wife.
Awesome. So nice to hear that. I love it whether it's a male or a female talking about their partner, married or whatever, when they're saying they've got a good partner. It's just so awesome.
Yeah. Well, it makes it easier. That's for sure.
Well, yeah, and that's what it should be, right?
Correct.
Should be a nice, loving, supportive relationship. Yeah, it's great.
Yeah.
Okay, so are you from Chilliwack originally?
I'm originally from Sault Ste. Marie, Ontario.
Okay,
so I've been in Chilliwack since '98.
So what brought you to Chilliwack?
Just new beginnings. That's all. Got remarried, and wife and I and the children. I had my children, she had hers, and we just moved in and started our own little Brady Bunch. And I had some family out here, so we moved and started out here.
Yeah. It's kind of like what I did in a way,
Yeah.
I found, but actually when I moved out here, that's when I met my second husband. It was really awesome. But anyway, sorry, it's not about me, it's about you. Okay, so I just want to know, like, what hobbies you have or what makes you excited,
Okay. Well, obviously music is one, and I love to play ball. I play like underhand, slow pitch ball.
Right.
I play in a mixed league and followed by a men's league. So I do that just for just self-entertainment. My wife and I just love to ride. We love to drive all over the place. So a lot of times we'll grab the dog and we call it the loop, where we'll go through Agassiz and up through Mission and come around through Abbotsford and back. We'll, take a loop. And she has a convertible. So in the summertime, you put the roof down, and yeah, we like to do stuff like that. I'm not much for movies. I don't really like going to the movie theater.
Yeah.
So, but we visit a lot. We like to visit our friends and stuff, and barbecues, and
Very good. Now, I
yeah,
know you're a band member with Duncan, with Don Adley, right?
correct.
Is
Yeah.
that with the two bands that you're in? Or?
No, the one band's called The Letter, and it originally started as just we were just going to start a little 3-piece band and do just a little bit of the older, 50s, 60s classic rock. And then Don decided he wanted to get involved, and so we let him in. This guy is one of the most amazing harmonica players. He's just so good. He plays everything. He'll even play heavy metal on harmonica. Believe it or not, he can do it. So
Awesome.
so he joined in, and so that brought a little bit more blues into the band. And so we ended up with a little bit more of classic rock and a little bit of the bluesy style rock. And then our singer at the time decided he wanted to go on his own. And we ran into Stan Giles. So Stan Giles and our old singer, Mike Clement, we had one gig where we had one start the gig and the other one would finish it. So it was like a goodbye to Mike and a hello to Stan, which then brought a lot of country in as well, because Stan is a wonderful country singer. So now our band is classic rock and like country favorites. So yeah.
So what do you play?
I play the guitar.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so when did you get interested in being in the band in the first place?
When I was 14.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. I started playing when I was 12, and just, with the acoustic, and I was around the church and stuff. So I was learning those kind of songs. And then I started getting into listening to Judas Priest and stuff like that, which really started to excite me. And I just went from there. I just, started building on my own and learning on my own. And here I am.
Yeah. Well, I just find it interesting because, as a teenager, I played the guitar, but I never stuck to it, So I just find it amazing when somebody picks up an instrument or whatever it is you're going to do, and you follow through and you keep doing it.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. Well, it's nice. It's nice. I also learned how to play the bass, and I learned how to play the drums, which I was in bands doing both of those back in the day as well. I toured in '79 with a band that had 2 independent albums out, and I was hired to play bass for them, and then I played drums for a couple of different bands. But I always went to the guitar. It was always my favorite. It was always so.
Right. Another thing I'm interested in is like, I know there's a lot of different bands here in Chilliwack, performers, whatever. Do you all know each other? Is there a certain respect for each other?
There's a really good community here. When we have jam nights, everybody can't wait to get up and jam with the other musicians. We'll talk. I've noticed there's some really good guitar players here, like that I really, really look up to. But it's sometimes you'll go up and you say, how do you do that? And they take no time out to saying, hey, I'll show you. And it's not a competition. Bands will support. I run a Chilliwack Food Bank fundraiser every year here in Chilliwack, and I get bands to come out, and what we do is we all donate our time, because we don't want to take money from the fundraiser. You want it all to go to the fundraiser, so nobody gets paid. The volunteers, everybody, and all the bands that I've asked right away, they're like, yeah, let's do this. We all pull together. We're one big family. So the band, The Letter, I'm in right now, if Neil can't be there, he's our drummer.
Right.
I've had a couple other drummers that would just slide right in there, no problems, just never any issues, and they just,
I love that.
Good.
Yeah, I love that, because what it says to me is there's no egos involved.
Not in our band, anyways. All we are is cover bands out there having fun, providing entertainment for the people.
Yeah,
and if you start thinking beyond that and thinking you're better than that, then you should probably self-check yourself.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, again, as a performer, like I'm not a musical performer, but I've been on stage and stuff. And when you're around somebody who's not generous of that time, it makes it really difficult.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, we will often have different musicians while we're playing come up and join us on stage during during our gig. And it's just, I don't know, there's a really good camaraderie
That's
out here in
really
Chihuahua.
nice. Yeah,
Yes.
really
Yeah.
nice. Now, I know it's a difficult time for everybody, like you guys, trying to
Yeah.
perform with the shutdowns and only
Yeah.
such so
We
few.
haven't been doing much lately
Yeah.
because of it. We were gigging a little bit
Mhm.
at the local Anavets here, and they set it all up where we're away from the people, and we had the big plastic shield in front of us. And but then when the new one came out about the volume, then we went right down to acoustic, and now Stan basically just does it with Don, the two of them. The singer and the harmonica player will just go out because you can't have drums pounding and everything if they want it to be quiet, right?
Well, why?
So
I don't understand that. Explain to me
I
about the sound.
personally, I could get into a really good conversation with you about it. I don't understand it except for apparently people have to talk louder and lean into each other to talk, and by doing that they spit on each other, I guess is what you're saying. I don't know, but I really I think it's so. I don't know. I just have to obey what the rules are because the
Yeah.
rules are there, and my opinions won't change anything when it comes to the bar you're playing in when they're following the rules. So
Yeah.
I just would love to play. So if I have to play behind a shield, I'll play behind a shield.
Yeah, I hear you. I hear you. It's like,
Yeah.
it's like what I'm doing now. Like ideally, it would be so great to do it in person, right?
Yes.
Because
This is good though. This is good, and I
well,
like this.
it works for me because I don't have to make an excuse for staying home. I'm a stay home
Yeah.
person, so now I
Yeah.
have perfect excuse, and the fact that I can still do the interviews doing this is great, right? And
Yeah.
that's why I appreciate when people who like you, who this is your first time using Zoom, you're willing to do
Yeah.
this. I think it's awesome.
Yeah, it's definitely different, it's definitely different, but I'm always interested in trying different things, so this
Yeah.
is good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
great.
So,
Well, do you have any plans for the future? Like well, we don't know how our world's going to be, like even next year,
yeah.
but let's assume it's kind of back to whatever normal is. Like, do you have any
Yeah.
plans?
Well, yeah, right now with the letter, our bass player hasn't been very healthy, not because of this COVID stuff. He's just
Right.
been, heart operations. He's a wonderful man, but he's actually slowing down, and he's decided to back out and be just on call. So the band is going to be looking for a new bass player.
Right.
And then I have another band called Lithium Flow, and we're more of an alternative rock.
Okay.
We have a really amazing singer who can growl even. He's really good. We're going to do some covers for now, but that band, I think we're going to try to get in the studio and do some originals with it. So see how it goes, right?
Yeah.
But, first of all, you gotta just find time to get out in the public and do things. And right now it's just so shut down that it's really hard,
Yeah.
So, yeah,
Well, I think we're just about out of time.
really, that was quick.
Well, it just goes so fast, unless there's something you want to add, I'm going to listen, or you want your wife to come in and say hello.
No, my wife is not going to come and say hello. So that's fine.
Okay.
She waves. She waves.
We'll
Yeah.
tell her I'm waving back at her, okay?
Yeah. She's just getting ready here. We're going to be going out soon to go and vote. And,
Right. Well,
yeah.
thanks again. Thanks for taking the time to do this. And just stay there while I just say goodbye to the audience for a second, okay?
Thank you.
Thanks, everyone, for watching. I hope you learned a little bit about Duncan Mattila. It's always great to learn about who is in our town and what they're doing. So thank you for watching. And Duncan, thank you again for doing this with me.
It was a lot of fun. Thank you very much for
You're
asking.
welcome. Bye.